Anti-government protesters hit the streets of Burns, Oregon today. Thanks for watching KOIN 6 News at 5:30. I'm Chris Holmstrom. Militia groups from out of state came to show support for two Oregon ranchers who must go back to prison for starting fires that burned on federal land, even though they already served time for the charges. Jennifer Dowling has more from Burns, Oregon, where the protests wrapped up just a little while ago. Good evening, Jennifer.
Good evening, Chris. It's quite chilly here in Burns, and temperatures were in the teens earlier in the day, and that may have prohibited some of those folks from coming out who intended to. However, they still had a very good showing. Folks from as far away as Ohio and Arizona showed up here to show support for Dwight Hammond, and he said he appreciated that outpouring. It was a day filled with passion for protesters.
We're here to stand up for our brothers and sisters and show the world, show America that we stick together.
And emotion for 73-year-old Dwight Hammond.
It's the most humbling experience that anybody could have.
More than 100 carrying signs and flags.
Go Hammond! Yeah!
Marching in a convoy to the rancher's home to show their support.
Appreciate all you people being here, but it's not about me. It's about America. And somehow we got to get the wheels back on this wagon because they're flying off.
Court documents state that Hammond and his son Stephen were charged with arson after starting what they claimed were controlled burns on their ranch or near its boundary in 2001 and 2006. Those fires burned lands that they leased from the BLM for cattle grazing. The two said they were trying to control invasive species on their property and prevent wildfires, but they were convicted in 2012. Dwight serving 3 months, his son about a year. Then in 2014, supporters say the federal prosecuting attorney appealed the sentence.
It's clearly double jeopardy. They've already served their time.
An appeals panel decided the sentence needed to be longer to match the charge, and they were told they'd have to go back to prison for 4 to 5 more years.
They wanted to charge Dwight and Steve for this fire that was 12 years old. They couldn't do it because the statute of limitations was gone, so they had to use the terrorism, anti-terrorism. And these people are no closer to terrorists than you or I.
Some protesters also blame the Harney County Sheriff for not protecting the residents of the county from the federal government. They threw pennies onto the sidewalk in front of Sheriff David Ward's office. While some locals marched with this group, others felt it was too much, some posting signs to protest the protesters.
I want them to go home. We take care of ourselves here, you know.
I don't think that all of these outsiders coming here is necessary. I think they intimidate the local people.
Hammond and his son say they will turn themselves in peacefully before the deadline Monday. Dwight says it feels like a life sentence at his age.
This makes it over for me. Not very happy about that. Don't know what to say. It just seems like a little overreach for having burned 127 acres.
And we reached out to the sheriff here for comment on the protest. However, he did not get back to us as of news time tonight. We also called U.S. Attorney Bill Williams for comment. He didn't get back this weekend either. Back to you, Chris.